Hello, lovely! Today we are going to be doing makeup for glasses. For all you fly honeys out there, I'm going to show you how to get skin so that your glasses don't make any indentation as well. So let's start off with foundation. I'm using the EX1 Invisiwear foundation, and this is an F200. And I'm just making sure I buff that into my skin nicely. Now for the eyes, I am going to be using a little bit of sticky tape. Would never do this on a client, just going to put that out there. Only ever do this on yourself. This is actually sticky tape that is very like not that sticky, so I'm all good with it. And I'm just putting Groundwork by MAC all over my lid and then using a blending brush to blend that out. This is a Paintpot and it's really good to blend them out so that they're not all choppy. So I'm just making sure to blend that out really nicely. How many times can I say the word blend? I don't know. Now I'm going to be going in with Wedge by MAC, and I'm just going to blend that out. This is like the perfect color to go with Groundwork. It's pretty much like the eyeshadow version of it, so it makes everything really seamless. Now I'm going into the Chocolate Bar palette, and I think this is semi-sweet, and I'm just going to darken that the tiniest bit. This is only like 1 or 2 shades darker than that first color we went in with. I'm just going into the crease and also into the outer V with that. Now I'm taking that really dark color from the Chocolate Bar palette. Any browns will work for this, by the way, literally any. And I'm actually just going to use that as a liner. So a dark brown liner works really well for this, because I don't want a really stark liner. I want it to be like, is it there, is it not? I just want it to define my eyes, but not be a really thick black liner, because this is kind of an everyday look that I'm going for. Now I'm going to take that sticky tape off. As you can see, it's not that harsh on my skin. I can kind of take it. But you can always just do without sticky tape and just clean up with concealer. So I'm going to go on with concealer, and it's the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay, and this is in the lightest shade. Now it's really light, but don't worry, because I do like to use my foundation brush to blend it out, because it'll have a little bit of foundation left on it, so it won't make it as white or as stark, so it will blend it out really nicely into that foundation. This is also a really good way to clean up the line that we've made as well. Now I'm going with the Spun Loose Face Powder, and I'm powdering my whole face. By all means, if you've got dry skin, you may not even need to do this. Just powder anywhere that you think you need to be. I only do it all over my face because I find that it makes my makeup last way longer. Now I'm actually going to go in with a very dense brush, and I'm actually going to do some baking. Now, I'm actually going to do it on my nose. Only on my nose, not under my eyes or anything like that, because that is what will actually stop there from being a dent on your nose. If you've got oily skin, it may not stop it. I'm sorry, but you're probably just going to get a dent on your nose from your glasses. But I find that if I do this on my nose, I don't get that funky little dent from my glasses. So it works a treat. Then we're just going to leave that there while we bronze up our skin using the NYC Smooth Face Bronzer. I'm just buffing that into my skin just to add a little bit of warmth. And that bake is still baking away, and we're going to leave that there for a while. So just making sure I buff that into my cheekbones to add a little bit of dimension, and also to my forehead as well. If you've got a really small forehead, you may not even need to bronze. I just like it because it adds a little bit of warmth to my face and a little bit of definition. Now for blush, I'm going in with the E.L.F blush palette in dark, and I'm taking that darkest shade in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just going to buff that into my skin. You only need the tiniest bit ever to make this stuff show up. Now I'm going to flick away that bake, and it will reveal nothing, but it'll make your glasses not smudge up your makeup. Now I'm taking Champagne Pop and smashing it, spraying it with a little bit of a skin mist, and then just popping that on top of my cheekbones, because I don't want to, skip any steps. Just because we got glasses on don't mean we're not going to have a highlight on fleek, girl. Putting that on my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going in with Wedge and putting that under my eyes right the way through under there. Then I'm taking that brown shade from the Chocolate Bar palette as well, and just putting that on the outer part of the eye just to add a little bit of dimension. Now I'm going to go in with a brown eyeliner. This is by Essence, and it's called Teddy. And I'm just going to pop that into my waterline. Now, by all means, if you want your eyes to look a little bit bigger, then use a skin-toned eyeliner. But I really like it because it adds a little bit of dimension, and it adds a lot of shape to my eye, and it makes them look a little bit like seductress. And if you've got glasses on, then it's actually quite easy to pull this off every single day. Now for brows, I'm going to go in with Anastasia Brow in Taupe. I'm just going to flick that right through my brows. We've all seen this before. And then to set everything in place, I'm going to use the Brow Artist Plumper by L'Oreal. And that is in the shade Translucent. Now for mascara, I'm using a Essence mascara. I don't remember the name of it. Forbidden, that's the one. So I'm just going to pop that all over my lashes. Mascara is so important. Then I use a setting spray just in the middle of my face. That's the Urban Decay 24 Hour. Now I'm just going in with a lip gloss. By all means, any lipstick or lip colour will go with this look, literally any single colour ever. This is, I think, Chocolate Crepe, and it's an intense butter gloss by NYX, and I freaking love it. And I'm just going to blob off any of the excess because I find them to be quite intense. And that is the completed look. So this is what it looks like without glasses, and then you can see it with glasses, so you can see that my eyes really stand out. They don't fade away, and you can still rock amazing makeup even if you've got glasses. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I upload every Thursday, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! I thought I would put them to the test, and I would put one on one half of my lips and one on